Hey guys. So I wanted to talk to you today about this look I have going on. 5 of the products I have on, I just purchased recently. And so let's get started. Okay, for makeup today, I started with the e.l.f. Mint Melt Face Primer, Cooling Face Primer. I thought this was a limited edition collection, and I was so surprised when I saw the Mint Melt products at Walmart the other day. So I bought a backup of this because I really like this. As a matter of fact, I think, yep, it's sitting right next to the little gnome there in the box. So I have a backup of this. I really like this primer. And I was at Ulta the other day and I was just walking around, taking my time, looking at things because I've had to throw a ton of my makeup away because it was old. And at the end of this month, I'm going to have to throw away quite a bit more. So I've been picking up a few things here and there. And I went by the Ordinary section. I've always wanted to try their foundation. And when the Ordinary first came to Ulta, they only sold their skincare. And then I saw the foundation and I was like, oh my God, they have the foundation now. Because yes, I could have ordered it online a long time ago, but when it comes to foundations, I really like to see it in person to make sure that the color is going to be good because their coloring system is, a little different. Every brand has a different coloring system for the foundations. So, anyways, I took a leap of faith and I picked out the 1.2p is the one that I picked out, and then it says light underneath that. Perfect. This doesn't even look like I'm wearing foundation, does it? I mean, it looks like my skin. The color is spot on. You can't help but love a foundation that gives you the perfect match. Whenever you buy a new foundation, if you don't get a perfect match color wise, it doesn't matter if it has the best formula in the world because you're not going to love it if the color isn't right. And I feel like no matter who you are and what your skin looks like, it's not that easy to get a perfect match. But anyways, this is a perfect match for me. And the Ordinary is very inexpensive, so that's a plus plus too. I love the packaging. It comes in a pump and it pumps out, a nice amount. Sometimes pump out too much. So far, I'm really liking it. Just this isn't a foundation review video, but just to give you some quick facts on this, though, it does oxidize a little bit. So right now, it's the perfect match, but in an hour, it's going to be a little bit darker than it should be. But I can live with that. I'm thinking that maybe if I used more powder and set it more, because I just use a very light dusting of powder. I use the Maybelline Fit Me, and yeah, maybe if I use more powder, it wouldn't oxidize as much. I don't think that probably would make any difference at all, but it's worth a shot, right? So yeah, the Maybelline Fit Me powder, the loose finishing powder. I use this shade 05 Fair. For an under eye color corrector, I have been using this. I've had this before. I repurchased it. This is the LA Colors Smoothing Face Primer in Cool Pink. So I use it as an under eye color corrector, and it it's really good. That's all I use. If I put concealer over it, I don't know, it doesn't look right. It looks good, I think, just on its own. I contour my face with the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 100. Talked about this recently in a haul video, and I love this for my contour. It's a nice, subtle contour that blends in nicely with my skin color. talked about this recently, the Jason Wu eyeshadow primer. Love this. Love the way all eyeshadows perform over it. Your eyeshadow is only as good as the eyeshadow primer that you're using under it. I've heard so many people bash eyeshadows on YouTube, formula-wise, that it had nothing to do with the eyeshadows. It was the primer they were using under the eyeshadow that made it perform a certain way, or not perform, as the case may be. So keep that in mind. If you have some eyeshadows in your collection that you're not happy with, try them with a different primer. It can be a world of difference, but this seems to work good with everything, so love it. Okay, so for eyeshadows, what I did was, do you remember this palette that I used in a recent video? This is Flower Beauty Petal Play Shadow Quad in the shade Berry More. This shade right here, it's like a peachy mauve. I've been using that as a transition shade, which I know that doesn't look like it would be a transition shade, but for my skin color, it seems to be working pretty good. So I've been using this for all my eyeshadow looks as a transition shade, and so I'm going to be getting a lot of use out of that palette. By the way, the other palette that I bought at the same time as this, I ended up not liking that one, only because what happens with these shadows is some of these shadows have like an overspray on them, and once you go past the overspray, what's underneath is something completely different. And so you're trying to use it, like when you're putting your look together, you'll look at a shadow and you want to use it a certain way based on the color and the formula or the finish of it, but then it doesn't work for the way you want it to, because once you go past the overspray, it's something entirely different. So, and I think that, well, you can see it's even happening with this one. So because it's a deeper shade in the middle, as I dig down deeper, it's starting to change color. But it's worse on the other one. The other one was practically unusable for what I was trying to do with it, so I didn't really care for that. Let me go grab it so I can tell you the name of it. Okay, the other one was called Black Iris, and that's what it looks like. And when I was using this one here, underneath that overspray, it's a million times darker, and so the look that I did ended up turning out horrible because of it. I don't like shadows that do that. The only time that I have purchased shadows that had that effect was Believe Beauty eyeshadows from Dollar General. They do the same thing. So whatever the manufacturing process is on these and the Believe Beauty, I don't like that. Okay, so enough about that. All right, now what is on my eyes besides the Flower Beauty Transition shade? I repurchased this recently because I had it before and I had to throw it out because it was old. But man, this is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I am wearing the e.l.f. Acai You eyeshadow quad. I'm only wearing the two colors in the middle. This one is in the outer portion of my eye, and this is on my lids. So I didn't use the lightest or the darkest. This might be my favorite e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow quad. I just really like purple. And then I picked this up recently in the last few days. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Donut. I use this as an eyeliner. I drag this all along the lower lash line, and you can use these as an eyeshadow base. You can use them as an eyeliner. You can do so much with these. Very versatile. I really enjoy these. I kind of wish I had them in every single color they come in, but that would be a bit much because they come in, oh my gosh, I don't know, like maybe 25 shades or something like that. But I picked this up at Target. They had them at Target, and they have them at Ulta, of course, too. NYX is pretty much everywhere now, isn't it? They have it at CVS. Yeah, NYX is very easy to get now. So yeah, I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this because it seems to pair very nicely with this e.l.f. quad. And I used my Maybelline Sky High Mascara. Maybe the best mascara I've ever used. I bought a new one when I went back to doing my makeup, and then I bought it back up right away. Don't ever want to be without this. I can't imagine liking a mascara more than this. It just hits the marks with everything that you would want in a mascara. Okay, let's talk about brows. The brow powder and brow gel that I bought from Billion Dollar Beauty from Target, I like the product, but I feel like the color was a bit off for me, and I bought backups too. Um, I had the shade Blonde, and it's just too warm, I think, for me. So if you like look at one of my last videos and then look at this video, you'll see a big difference. What I'm wearing today is the Colourpop brow pencil in the shade Taupe, and this is a much better match for me. See how this has a grayish hue to it? So that works better for my brow hairs. On my lips, this is a lipstick that I just bought in the last few days. I didn't have anything in my collection currently that was this color. When I buy lipsticks, a lot of times I don't buy them for the formula, I buy them for the colors. So I have a lot of different brands and types of lipsticks in my collection. And when December is over, I'm going to be having to throw away a lot of my lipsticks. So I'm going to continue to buy some new ones in the near future because I'm not going to have very many lipsticks once I get rid of the ones that need to be purged at the end of December. Anyway, what am I wearing? This is a CoverGirl lipstick, and I believe these are called, it doesn't have any information on here, it just says CoverGirl. But this is a cream finish, and it's in 250 Sultry Sienna, which, does this look like, I mean, Sienna is a shade of brown, but does this look brown to you? Doesn't look brown to me. To me, it's like a rosy color. Or you could consider this to be a brownish deep nude, maybe. But yeah, I didn't have anything this color, and I feel like this would be so versatile with so many different makeup looks. So I'm really glad I bought this. These have a nice, they have like a nice vanilla scent. And it just glides. It is definitely a cream finish. It just glides on your lips, which is great for winter. So really happy with this, and I'm glad I bought it. Now, I did buy a couple of purple lipsticks recently, but the reason why I didn't wear one of those with this look is I feel like purple eyeshadow and purple lipstick, it's a bit much. I just, I do like monochrome or monochromatic makeup, but not with purple. If I'm going to do purple lips, I would rather do like a taupe eye or a silver eye or a gray eye. Yeah, I don't like purple lips with purple eyes. It's just too much in my opinion. You know, you do you if you like that type of look. And then I finished off my look with the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. Oh, this is probably my favorite setting mist I've ever used, and, you know, affordable because it's e.l.f. I think the last time I used a setting mist that I liked this much was probably the MAC Fix Plus. They're not really the same, but I don't know. I love the sprayer on this. I love the size of the bottle. I love the price. I like the formula. This is really nice, you guys. If you're looking for an affordable setting spray, I highly recommend this. So that is my makeup look today. That is the breakdown. And, you know, tutorials are fun to watch, but we all know how to do makeup at this point, right? So sometimes I feel like tutorials can be a bit boring. So I think it's more interesting to talk about the actual products that you used and give some information. So that's it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Something a little different. I used to do these kind of videos years and years ago, and I always enjoyed them, and I feel like people like them too, and it's not really something that have seen a lot on YouTube. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.